色、形、覚えがある。そうそう、ここに2つ穴が開いていて。
Oh my god. This fucking idiot. Alright, what's up everybody? We are on episode 16 of Mushoku Tensei called Family Squabble. I just came off of watching episode 14 and 15. Yeah, we're kind of moving on, of course, from the village, right? Last episode itself, not a whole lot happened. I mean, it was largely just nice to see... Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was a kind of wholesome episode, right? And it was like the Beast People, of course, they revealed themselves to be aligned with Ghislaine, of course. I mean, something that, yeah, I initially hadn't even thought about, but it makes so much sense. I mean, she was a Beast person, right? And honestly, Philip and his whole family had a bunch of Beast People there, right? So I'm sure there's going to be more of them that actually were from these regions. But, of course, we saw, or we realized that the one guy who we've been seeing all this time was actually Ghislaine's brother. His two children, one of them became really mad at the fact that like Eris was going to be leaving, and so she had to sort of make up for it, right? Initially she was fighting her and stuff. Again, it's just like these life lessons that the show is very much addressing, and also the fact that people change, I guess, was another big element of the episode, with the fact that Ghislaine was looked at in a much more negative light by her brother than the way Eris and Rudius did, right? They saw her as somebody that was always protecting them, and she was also learning a bunch of things alongside of them, right? Whereas the brother just saw her sort of as a useless person, and initially was happy to see her go. Thankfully, by the end of the episode, all of that came to a nice end, you know. Like I said, the episode itself is quite wholesome. The question, of course, becomes, where do we go from here? We've got Geese on our side. I wonder what role he's going to be playing. He's not really the most likable character to me yet. It just seems kind of like a third wheel, I'm not gonna lie about it, but maybe they're gonna take his character in a surprising direction, who knows. They talked about the 7 powers of the world, like 7 incredibly strong people, and so they mentioned a couple ones there where I feel like, oh, I've heard about them before, but I'm not sure if I feel like a couple we must have seen, right? Especially I'm thinking back to Turning Point, where we saw the guy with the scar and stuff. I'm sure he must be one of them. And isn't Perugius himself going to be one of them? I honestly don't know. I still don't know what to make of that whatsoever. They also talked about the North God, and I thought they had already announced that, like, Gallus was supposed to be that. But I might have just forgotten about that, to be honest, or like, I don't really know. You know, I'm sure this is going to be something that I'm going to delve into a little later. This is the one thing that I did do, and I'm not sure if it was a good choice to make, but I looked at the map of Mushoku Tensei. It has a very interesting map design in the first place, I should say, with like these basically, yeah, I don't even know how to describe it, but if you look at the map, you'll see that it's an interesting, you know, layout in general. But basically, what I realized is like, it's kind of this half circle when you think about it. And so where we started off basically all the way on the left side of the map, we teleported to the right side when we got caught up in the mana blast, right? So that's where we ended up in the demon continent. And so now we're kind of just making our way, you know, all the way down that half circle, like I said. And so we came, of course, across, well, now the village here in the Xanto port was mentioned, right? We got to that city before that, which I've already forgotten the name of. All the names are incredibly complicated, but that being said, I noticed that, like, okay, now we're trying to get to Millis, I think. That's like one of the lower regions, basically, of the map. And there's, like, another... And I should have honestly looked it up. I don't have the map now anymore. But I think it said, like, there's a Dragon King part or whatever. So I'm like, oh, shit, is that gonna have to do with Perugius or what? That's some place that we still have to cross. And we're gonna get there relatively soon. Maybe that's kind of where, like, the finale of the season is going to be taking place. But there's still a large distance to cover, honestly, before we get to that complete other side again of the half circle. You know, which is going to be, Fatoa and the Azura Kingdom, or whatever it was called, right? And, you know, where Rudius lives and stuff. So, yeah, it's... Well, I guess that's going to be our way to get back to Paul first, right? We're going to have to sort of cross there to get back to Fatoa as well, and Roa itself. So I'm looking forward to seeing, how it's all going to be playing out. For now, guys, if you enjoy my reactions to Mushoku Tensei, then of course you can already watch the next 8 episodes straight away over on my Patreon page, which is going to be linked on top of the description. Over there, we're already going to be on episode 24, I'd like to say, well, there isn't really an episode 24. There's an OVA, I think, right? So I'm gonna be, I will have already finished the first season, and I'm gonna be checking out the OVA as well. So that's where we're gonna be at. All of that will be available over on Patreon, and then we're gonna be starting season 2 very soon from now. So yeah, look forward to all of that. Go and check it out straight away. Like I said, your support is very much appreciated and allows me to make these videos in the first place. And then with that being said, let's dive into episode 16. I love the peaceful guitar already. Man, I love the way this region looks, dude. Kind of like Switzerland or something. The Mushoku Tensei equivalent. Holy shit. Militian? Dude, that place looks fucking incredible. I don't blame him. Okay, but he's going there too. Just like they are, it seems. Don't ask this guy. We'll do that. Pick up some new quests. Was that really it? I mean, makes sense to be honest. I never saw this guy playing that big of a part in the show, but that's why I was a little caught off guard to see him join us last episode. Yo, look at this, man. All the colored roofs. This is easily the most impressive place we've been to yet, if you'd ask me. Strategy meeting. It's a roundtable meeting. Year and a half already. Okay. Dude, if this whole journey took you 1.5 years, it's gonna take another like 1.5 or 2 years to get back. I guess so, just make use of the situation. Yes, he has. He even gave the Beast People one to remember him. Ah, man, so now all the figures are gonna actually be coming in handy. And he wants to write a letter to Paul, I guess, right? Well, he doesn't even know about the rest of his family, I think. No. Goblin slaying? I did see that the OVA was called Eris the God. Oh god. What the hell are you imagining? I saw that the OVA was called Eris the Goblin Slayer, so I wonder if it's gonna take place maybe kind of during this episode or something. Go our own ways. That's what that means. I don't think Rujot really understood though. But you don't have to tell him in the first place. I don't blame you. Yeah, that was kind of painful though. Yo! Yeah, that was a human. But I guess his moral compass is not letting him. Huh. Wow, look at him sneaking in. Oh my god. This fucking idiot. Well, Time to fight your way out, I guess. I mean, is that what they've got the kid here for? I guess so. Dude, you're not actually... Hey, he's the... Yeah, the panty bandit. Oh shit. I don't know if this is improving the reputation though. Does he? Who are these? They belong to him? Oh my god. Oh my... This kid is helpless. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, that does make it hard to focus, doesn't it? Well, actually, it's pretty easy to focus, just on the wrong things. Who is this gonna be? What the hell? But why did he say the kid was recognizable already? Hey, oh my god, what is going on? I noticed he has a little soul patch again, or beard, or whatever you call it. Oh my god, is it actually Paul? I noticed the ponytail, whatever the hell he has. What's he doing here? But like I was gonna say, what other character could it be that he's recognizing? Father. What the hell? Well, he did say he was gonna look for them, so he wasn't gonna be in that region anymore, of course. So it makes sense, we're kind of meeting him halfway now. He literally made the same journey as we did. Man, Paul keeps scoring though. You look like shit. I would say I'm amazed you survived, but you don't really look alive. I saw it. He didn't though. Okay. I guess we're finally gonna start getting to the bottom of this all. Hopefully Paul can provide some input. Yeah man, it's been one hell of an adventure, holy shit. Yeah, true. He's not talking about, oh god, the woman he just saw. Goofing off. Yeah, I guess he's just about to tell him that, like, your mom is missing here. Good question. But how could he have figured that other people were going to be involved in it? I mean, it makes sense though, because of course the clouds were literally all forming like that. There might have been several blasts, or it's been one major blast that affected the whole place. You're scum, Rudius. Oh my god. I don't like the way Paul is talking though. It's like he's about to be turning into the villain. This is definitely where we're sort of parting ways with him. Fair point. Yeah, shit, man. Expose this guy. Well, we don't even know where they are. Yeah. Oh shit, dude. That's some shots fired, man. Damn. Like I said, man, these two are not gonna be working together. Who's coming in? Oh, it's the kid! It's his sister! No one, right? Yeah, I wouldn't call it that. But it makes sense that Rudy is just looked at as the bad guy here now. Wow. She's still standing there, protective. Yeah, he's about to hear the truth now. His mom. Oh. Damn. Yeah. What? Oh. Wait, I'm not sure if I'm following yet, man. The kid was enslaved? By who? I hope that Paul's even here anymore. Wow. Oh, yeah, they have such a happy story to share. Adventures they've been up to. Rudy's just had it rough. Yeah, you can say that. Oh my god. Wait for the context first, Eris. Yeah. Family squabbles. Just give him a hug, but keep it at that. I'm not good at the compassion part, she's thinking. Hmm. I'm just happy he didn't make it weird, man. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell if you hadn't done so already, and of course you can watch the next 8 episodes straight away over on my Patreon page, which is going to be linked on top of the description. Check it out. Wow, dude, this is getting really interesting now. I love how everything is just coming back together, and even if, you know, Paul is not the character that I'd most be looking forward to seeing back, he did in a way have a point here, right? Like, well, I don't think you can really blame Rudius either, though. But I get that he would see it from the angle that he did, because of course he just sees Rudius talking about his stories and saying like, oh yeah, I've been on this crazy adventure and look, I got teleported by the blast. Cool, right? But in the meantime, this blast has affected basically everybody, right? And a whole bunch of people have gone missing, and there's a whole situation playing out. Rudius just never even questioned it in the first place. I can't say I blame him, because I myself hadn't done so until I saw that letter from Paul, which I think was like a couple episodes after the blast had happened. Yeah, when Roxy went looking for Rudius, she saw the letter from Paul, I think it was, right? And so that's where I suddenly got clued into the whole situation too, and I'm like, oh shit, yeah, so this is much bigger than just Rudius himself. So, you know, both these characters, it's understandable what angle they're coming from, right? And it sucks to see what actually unfolded here now. I can't say that I don't know. Like, that's going to be Rudius's biggest challenge, now that I'm thinking about it, is actually getting over, or I don't know, I guess finding a way to collaborate with Paul moving forward, because I honestly just see them going on separate paths, rather. And I'd almost say that that's what I would prefer myself, because I honestly don't need Paul to be on our side. I'm just going to be 100% real about it. But at the same time, again, that's what makes it a challenge, right? It's like actually getting over that, rivalry. I don't even really know how to put it, but that bad relationship that Rudius already basically had with Paul when you think about it. He never liked him. He always looked at him as scum. And we know how Paul basically got rid of him and put him onto Ghislaine's cart there or whatever, right? With his sword. This is going to be the next real step. This is going to be real character development if you're going to be able to get over the grievances that you're holding, or the grudge that you're holding against Paul, right? So I wonder if that's going to be part of the story or not. We're just going to have to wait and see, I guess. But yeah, what else can I say about this episode? Let me think real quick. I mean, Rudius was planning, again, he was planning on writing him there, right? Like, he was planning on basically finding his way back to Paul. So he did the best he could. It's just that he wasn't aware of the whole situation here. And so it's a little bit hilarious to, yeah, because Paul's just looking at Rudius and he's seeing, yeah, the weird kid with the panty over his face. When he pointed it out, I thought it was kind of hilarious, because it's like, I mean, yeah, that's literally what he came across, right? Still, another interesting detail that was revealed in the episode is that the blast caused people to get teleported and then be enslaved. So one of them was the kid that was like one of the kids that bullied Sylphie, right? But so I get it now. What Paul was doing here, they weren't abducting the kid, because we saw them already like feeding him and stuff, right? It's like they had just rescued him, rather, actually. So the question is, what does Paul know then? Who is it that's enslaving these kids? Well, I guess what it is, actually, it's much more simple than I would think it would seem. Because I would think that like, oh, the teleportation has something to do with that. That might not necessarily be what it is. Well, yeah, I don't know. It's just that people get transported to random locations because of the mana blast, and then wherever they end up, they get abducted by, you know, a whole different races or whatever that they find themselves among suddenly, right? Just like how Rudius, when he was in the demon continent, you know, Rujot might have as well abducted him there, right? And enslaved him there, basically. Because we see that these races don't necessarily always get along with each other and stuff, right? In the same way that the Spurt are feared by, you know, by others and stuff. That's what actually is going on. The question then is like, is the mana blast teleportation stuff, was it arranged by somebody who wants all these people abducted? Or was there something else behind it? Is the big question to ask yourself. Things are getting very interesting now, and I really wonder where we're going to go from here, of course. Yeah, I mean, I can only hope that we're at least going to meet back up with Paul and get more information out of what is actually happening and who they've been able to come across already and stuff. But yeah, for now, that basically remains the big question mark. So I'm looking forward to finding out more. Guys, if you enjoyed my reaction to episode 16 of Mushoku Tensei, then of course you can already watch the next 8 episodes straight away over on my Patreon page, which is going to be linked on top of the description. Over there, we're already going to be done with the first season, and we're going to have watched the OVA, and we'll be starting with season 2 straight away. So go and check all of that out right now. Your support is very much appreciated and allows me to make these videos in the first place. And then with that being said, I want to thank you all a lot for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you back in the next episode.